Hi everyone. I know that some of you have been asking for some more Canva resources, so I wanted to just kind of show you how I use the site and give you a quick tutorial. So this page here is the dashboard or the home page, and this is where you come to when you first make your account and anytime you log into Canva after that. So this page has the different design types that you can use. So you can make a presentation, poster, Instagram post, flyers, all kinds of different stuff. And it also has all of the designs that you've already made. On here, there's a brand kit, and I want to start off there. So since I don't pay for Canva Pro, I can only really add 3 colors on here. That's all I can do on this page, but I highly recommend doing that, especially if most of your Canva posts are going to be 4-H related. So I've chosen to add the 4-H green as well as the official muted orange and blue color that UF uses. I think the muted just goes better with the 4-H green than the regular orange and blue. So to add those colors and the specific colors, you click on a color and you type in this code. So for 4-H green, it's pound 339966. For the muted blue, it's pound 6C9AC3. And for the orange, it's pound E28F41. So I'll show you why adding the brand colors is important later. So one of the things that I use the most is Instagram posts because it works for Facebook and Instagram, and it works well on both mobile and desktop. So we're going to start there. Now, once you get into this, you're going to start off with a blank document. You can name your document up here. I usually just leave that alone. Doesn't really matter too much to me. And then you have all of these templates on the side. So you can definitely use, look at these categories, or if you know that you want a particular type of template, you can look for that too. So if I wanted one with lots of photos, then I might type in that, and it's going to bring up templates that do have lots of photos on them. If I want one with lots of words, I might try text, and then you can see these are very word-based. Or if I want to maybe advertise for a program, I might just do ad. A lot of times these are going to be kind of set up for sales at stores or restaurants, but you can always change everything about this. The colors, the pictures, the text, everything. So I'm going to go to some of my recently used ones, and I'm going to select this one. So every year in January, we started doing a Cloverbud Amaryllis workshop. So I'm going to make a quick post about that. So as you can see, this particular photo, it says Canva on it. And that's because I have to pay to use this photo, or I have to have Canva Pro to do that. So there's a couple different ways that I can change out this photo. I can use the photos that are available on Canva. You can search for whatever you want. So if I search for Amaryllis on here, the first thing that comes up is a bunch of photos with this crown. So this crown means that you have to have Canva Pro or a paid subscription to be able to use those photos. Since I don't have that, I don't use these types of photos. You might also see some that have a $, and that means you have to pay for them even if you do have Canva Pro. So another option is to go down here to More and click on Pexels. Pexels is a different website. You can actually go to pexels.com, and they have a bunch of free photos that don't have any copyrights. So if I search Amaryllis over here, I can actually find some that might work. So I kind of like this white one, especially since I'm going to be changing these colors to that 4-H green and those muted UF colors, and I know that white works well. So all I do is click and drag this over here until I see it pop up. Now that photo is a black and white photo. It's got a filter on it. So what I can do is I can click on this picture. You can see up here there's filters and adjust. So if I want to add my own type of filter, I can do that, and you can see the different ones here. But I'm just going to go to adjust, and I can change all kinds of different stuff. So the brightness, you can see that. So I'm going to set most things to 0. So contrast, you can see how that changes. And then saturation, this is what is making it a black and white photo, the fact that it's at -100. So I'm going to put it at 0 because I want these colors to shine through. So this is obviously not a great placement for this photo. So what I can do is double click on it, and I can drag it around a little. So I really want this particular flower to kind of be front and center. So I'm going to put it, I think, there, And then if I click off of it, then it shows me what I've got. So I think I want to move it over just a little bit more. And now I kind of want it to face the other way. So now you can see up here, there's flip, and I can flip it horizontally. So I think that looks a little bit better. The photo is now facing the middle of the post. So obviously these colors are not really our 4-H colors. So if I click over here in this dark green, this is something that I want to change. So I can change this here, and this is where the brand colors really comes in handy. So I'm going to select a 4-H green, and I don't really like this orange because it's not our UF orange. So I'm going to change that to this orange. And now you can see down here, there's this button that says change all, and it's got the bright orange to this UF orange. So if I click that, it's going to change all of those. So you can see this frame just changed, this changed, and that's an easier way to make everything match. I also want to change this yellow, and I think I want to make it white. So I'm going to do that on these. And over here, now I'm going to start talking about the fonts. So this works pretty much like Microsoft Word does, in the sense that you've got all your options up here. So you can change the font itself. There's all kinds of different options. You can change the size of the font and the colors, everything. So I'm going to make this font, I think I'm going to make it white. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then obviously I don't want it to say this, whatever it says. So I'm going to make it say Alachua. Actually, I'll make it say Cloverbud Amaryllis Workshop. So that fits kind of nicely there. I do think that I want this word to go over the picture a little bit more. That's just a personal preference thing. And obviously I would change the text down here. So I know it's in January, not sure, I guess it'll be 2020 then. And then it'll be at 6 p.m. because this is after a county council meeting. So I'll put after county council. So you can see that council went down to the next line, but I can just drag this over and make it a little bit longer, and it'll go on to the correct line. So this isn't a viewing party, so I'm going to change this to Alachua County 4-H. And I think I want to make the frame around this the UF blue to kind of bring that in as well. So that's just kind of a personal preference. So I can also move around these words, and let's say I wanted this to stay even with this one. I can actually select both of them by holding down the Shift key. So now you can see it's got both of them highlighted, and I can click group. So now that I have them grouped together, they'll move as one unit. So I think I'm going to stick this here. So these pink lines that just showed up, there's one that goes straight down the middle, and that means that I've got both of these centered on the post. So I'm going to go with that. And then when I click off of here, I think the one thing that I'm really missing on this post right now are some logos. So I'm going to talk to you about how to upload things like pictures and logos. So if I go over here to uploads on the left-hand side, you can see these are some different images and logos that I've uploaded. My scroll is not working. Here we go. So if I scroll down, you can see I've uploaded a clover and some different photos. And if I go to the bottom of my images, you'll be able to see all of the different logos that I've uploaded. So I've got our county logo, our IFAS extension logo, as well as 4-H clover. But I also have them in different colors. So I've got our green clover, but I also have a black one and a white one. And same thing with the IFAS extension logo. I've got the blue, but I also have a black one and a white one. Now, a lot of times we'll see people putting logos onto different images, and they leave this white box around it, but that doesn't really look as great because it looks out of place, like it's pasted on there. So I like to use these transparent logos, and we can provide these to you so that you've got them. So I can make this a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be quite that big. And then I can drag it to where I want it. So I want it to be at the bottom, and I want it to be centered. So I'm going to wait until I find that pink line. So now that I've done that, I also want to add a 4-H clover. So I could add this white one, but we've got a lot of white going on. So I'm going to show you a different type of clover that I really like to use. So I uploaded this one a little bit later. Can't find it now. Here we go. And I think that this one looks good on all sorts of posts because it has this white outline and a little shadow behind it. So you can really put it anywhere and you're going to be able to really see that clover and it's going to pop out. So I think I'm going to put that one up here. And there we go. So now we've got a post and I could use this for the Amaryllis workshop. So just looking at it, I think I want to move this up a little so I can actually use the keys on my keyboard just to move it slightly. And now I think that looks a lot better. So I'm going to talk to you about how to download them now. So up here it says download. So I can click on that. And on the file type, I will choose different file types based on what I'm going to use it for. If I'm printing flyers, I'll use PDF print. That makes a really high quality printable version. But if I'm uploading to Facebook, I'll use the PNG high quality image. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then I'm going to click download. So you have to leave it on this page while it says preparing your design. And then you'll see it show up right down here. So if I click on it, it will load my design. And then I'm ready to post it to Facebook. If you have any other questions about Canva, just let me know.